Hey, good morning. I want to share a story with you about Harold Finnegan. I've never forgotten this story. It stays with me. In 1995, in August, we were just spent 10 days out on the East Coast and we were finishing up this vacation. We stop in Philadelphia. It's early morning. The kids are still in bed. Chris is still in bed. I go downstairs. I get the Philadelphia Inquirer, and on the front page is this picture of Harold Finnegan sitting in this shell. He's rowing on the Schuylkill River. In this picture, he is 84 years old. 1 year prior to this picture, he is hit by a car, a drunk driver, and he's darn near killed. He just finished rowing 6 miles on the river. He's getting in his car and he's hit. He lays in the hospital dying, and for weeks and weeks and weeks, thousands of cards come in to Harold Finnegan. Olympians come to visit Harold Finnegan in the hospital. And 1 year later, this picture is Harold Finnegan rowing on the Schuylkill River. And I thought to myself, I gotta meet Harold Finnegan. So I want to go down to the river and meet him that day. And I told the kids we're going to meet Harold Finnegan. And of course, they don't want to meet Harold Finnegan. They want no part of this. But we did. We got in the car. We went down to the Schuylkill River, found Malta House that he rows out of. I walk up to the river, and there's the National Women's Rowing Team there, eight in a shell there, and they're getting ready for a big national meet. And I say to one of these young ladies, we want to meet Harold Finnegan. She goes, oh, you just stay here. Harold will be here 6 days a week, rows every day on this river. He's the legend of Schuylkill River. And she kind of leans down, looks Maggie in the face, and she says, you want to meet the legend, don't you? And so it was just a beautiful story that unfolded right there. Let me just share a few points with you. Harold Finnegan has rowed 500 to 1,000 miles for over 60 years on this river. But not only did he row on that river, he shared his passion, his love of the sport with so many younger people. He was always willing to talk to them about building their skills, defining the ones that they already had, and helping them to create and learn and develop other skills that would allow them to be great rowers. He also shared his passion, his love of the river and the environment. He was always known for saying things like, hey, at the turn on the river, look for those buttercups. Look for those yellow flowers over here. Look for those new little ducklings about 500 yards down from the buttercups. He was alive. This guy was really taking in his environment and just really creating more passion and more love for the sport and effort. The man was absolutely relentless in terms of mastering his craft and in terms of rowing, and really sharing that with others. So my point of all of this is, and what I take away from this, and you can see, I even wrote some notes right up there at the top. It was just the fortitude and the relentless effort that he was always willing to give to his sport. And it comes down to three things: skills, passion, and effort. He was always trying to develop a little more skill. He was always sharing the love of the sport, which inspired him and created more love, more passion, and effort. Is there anything more that you need to hear than a guy that's dying in the hospital, hit by a drunk driver, and 1 year later, the relentless fortitude, perseverance to come back and to row again? What a great day for our family. And 20, 30 years later, when our kids were playing sports in college and things like that, I'd kid them every once in a while, maybe when they were kind of hurting or something, and I'd say, you think Harold Finnegan would lay down? No way. But anyway, just wanted to share that story with you. Hey, I hope you've had a great week. I look forward to seeing you next week. This is Pete Kunk, Built to Lead.